Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. And in today's video, I will do a full unbiased Quantico Cap review showing you everything that you get access to. The institutional indicators, the trading live, I'll show you the community, I'll show you the tutorials. Again, everything you have access to. And on top of that, I will even show you real customer messages inside the channel. I'll show you testimonials and community results so that you can feel confident in whatever you're investing in. That being said, let's get started with the video. Before, you got to go to quanticocap.com, click the login button and fill out your information with your email and password, and then you will see the screen. If it is the first time you're joining Quantico Cap, you will have to go through these steps. So 4 simple steps. 1, watch the onboarding video. Number 2, access the community. Number 3, go through the tutorials and the training videos on how to properly read the indicators. And the last but not least, join the live trading room. Once you go through all that, you can open the indicator, and this is the backbone of Quantico Cap. These 3 indicators plus the entries and setups is what will help you succeed in the long run. Now, the difference between Quantico Cap and most products out there is the fact that you will have institutional data being pulled and making decisions based on what the market makers need to do. Quantico Cap doesn't follow graphical analysis. It doesn't follow graphical setups. Instead, we look at the options market. As you know, the options market is the biggest market for trading out there, with billions and billions of dollars being traded every single day. Now, the banks will give liquidity in the options market. And once they give liquidity in the options market, they need to hedge on the futures market. So based on that information, we can see, look, there are 500,000 contracts being traded in the options market, meaning the banks will now need to drive prices in the futures market up. So the only thing we got to do is go bullish all the way to 604, for example, because that's where the market makers are driving prices in the futures market to avoid losses. This is the logic behind Quantico Cap. And as you can see, you will get access to delta hedging, time pressure, and institutional flow, which are the 3 institutional indicators that we use to see what the market makers will need to do. This is why Quantico Cap can correctly predict what the market will do 90% of the time. And I'll show you in just a bit all the trades that we're taking live in the last 3 or 4 months. So just wait for that and you can see all the trades, the time, the actual trade, if it was bullish, bearish, the setup, and if it had a stop or if it took profit. Now, before we do that, I just want to address something very important. These indicators are not easy. You're not going to get them in a week or 2 weeks. You will be trading like the institutions. You will be trading like a professional analyst. This isn't something you're going to learn and master in a week or 2 weeks. It takes time. But this is why Quantico Cap has the setups right here with the targets. This will help you know exactly what setup we are in based on the institutional data. So for example, this morning at 9:35, we broke 598.5. That gave us the entry for setup 1, which is a bullish setup with a target all the way at 604. And look what happened. And boom, it exploded all the way to 604, giving us 5 QQQ points, which is incredible. And the market kept going up. And as you can see, this is the setup of the day. So even if you're having difficulty at first reading the institutional indicators, you have the entry points right here with the targets right here in the graph. I know I said we don't use graphical analysis, but we still use the graph to see where the prices are. That is the only reason we have the graph here, so we can see where the prices are going to and if they're close to our targets or not. Now, if you need even more help, we have the live trading room. Right now, we're not live because the live goes from 9:30 or usually 9:15 a.m. Eastern time all the way to 11 a.m. Eastern time. And to answer another question, that is the time that Quantico Cap works best, from 9:30 to 11 a.m. Eastern time. After the live session is over, Eric also goes live in the community to answer any questions you may have about the indicator. So on top of having the institutional indicators right here, having tutorials to learn how to read them, you also have the setups in the graph showing you exactly where you need to enter and where you need to take profit. You have the live, and then you also have a 1 hour training live with Eric where he answers all of your questions. The reason we do all this is to make sure you fully understand the system, because once you fully understand the system, you will be profitable. Now, all right, so let's go to the community. Once you go to the community, you will see the tutorials here. We have tutorials in English, Portuguese, and Spanish. This is what the course looks like. It's pretty straightforward. I believe you can finish the course in a weekend. So if you have 2 days to go through the course, this is going to be great in helping you understand how to read institutional data properly. So on top of the tutorial, Eric also does a lot of live training. On the weekends, he'll open up Zoom and do a full training video. And as you can see, this one was 4 hours long, basically. You're there live with Eric 4 hours where he explains exactly how to read the indicators, how they work, strategy-wise, how to identify the setups properly, why you should enter, why you should leverage, for example. So you can go back and watch all of the previous live trainings. We have the pre-market lives, as you can see here. There are hundreds of them. You can see all of the lives that Eric did. In fact, if I click on it, you can actually go through and see whether or not he was profitable. And for most days, for the month of October, for example, he was profitable every single day live. We have trading floor, which essentially is, where we're trading, we're talking, we're discussing what the market is going to do, the daily profits. This is where everyone will share their profits, or at least most people, the most engaged members. If I go through, you can see everyone making money, everyone sharing amazing profits. After all, if I go back to the indicator, man, the day did exactly what he needed to do. It opened up right here at 9:30. Actually, the day opened at 9:30 right here. It went down a little bit. It got set up number 1 and it blew up. It went all the way to the target. Perfect trade, super sniper trade. And as you can see, community was profitable. These are real people. This was from yesterday. Let me show you, November 17th. And I can keep going. There's a certification here. Fabio withdrew $3,000. He's super consistent trader, always withdrawing. The community not only makes money from their own capital, they're constantly getting approved in payouts. For example, this guy just passed a bunch of Apex accounts using the system. If I keep going, you will see lots of more results. You will see payouts. You will see the community being extremely profitable. Now, everyone is always asking for backtesting. Everyone is always asking to see the trades we took. This is where you can go to the trading journal and you can see all of the trades that we took live, all of the setups. If I go to August, for example, you can see August was a perfect month with over 3,000 NASDAQ points. You can see the date, the time we took the trade, what setup, if it required a plan B. Plan B is essentially leveraging if the market goes against you, if it paid in full, and how many points we took per trade. September, we had 3 stops. One was when the Treasury bought $2 billion. The market went crazy. Another day, we had a stop when NVIDIA moved 5%. And then on September 25th, there was a stop. No specific reason. The market just didn't follow the structure this day. But even so, if I go back to September, you can see we finished the month with 1,585 points. If you're trading one mini contract, that would have been around 1,585 points times 20, $31,000. Now, for the month of October, this is the month I told you it was a perfect month with over 2,000, to be exact, 2,410 NASDAQ points. We had to leverage a couple days, but whenever we leverage, we know exactly what we're doing. We know exactly where the market is most likely to stop and just go back. November so far, let's see, we had 1 stop and we've accumulated 1,000 positive NASDAQ points. And I'll be honest with you, most people do not trade with one mini contract. Most people trade with multiple micro contracts. So if you're trading, for example, with one micro contract, which is very small, the risk is essentially non-existent, you would have made around $2,000 so far in the month of November. Now, we have people making $5,000, $6,000 a day. It really depends on your account size. Now, this is Quantico Cap in a nutshell. It's very simple. But again, remember, the real value is in the live trading room where you have Eric, the CEO of Quantico Cap, but also the chief analyst of BHG Bank trading live with you. He's showing you the trades that he's personally taking. He's showing you his institutional data and what setups he's looking for live. Now, Eric has over 90% win rates because of the system, and you're going to have the same exact thing. If you want to know more about Quantico Cap, how each indicator works, how you're going to read these indicators, and how you identify the setups, we have the 6 Market Maker Setups webinar that Eric recorded himself. I strongly suggest you watch that webinar because you can see if it makes sense for you. You can see if it's a system that you want to do. If you're looking for a buy and sell signal, this is not for you. If you're looking for bots, this is not for you. If you're looking for somebody to trade for you and have full responsibility over your trades, and this is a system for people who want to learn and trade themselves and not depend on some guy telling them what to do. If you feel like this is the system for you, again, you can go to Quantico Cap, sign up today, no affiliate links anywhere. If you want to have more information, watch the webinar, and that's pretty much it. I hope you guys liked it. I'll see you guys in the next video.